Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. It's Ryan Rolfe with the Dsmsold team at Keller Williams Legacy Group here in Des Moines, Central Iowa. And it's time for another episode of Monday Market Update as we head into Thanksgiving week. So it's sure to be a little bit slower of a week this week with the holiday approaching on Thursday. And then, of course, the retail holiday of the year in the United States on Friday, Black Friday. I guess it's probably not necessarily the retail holiday of the year, but one of them for sure. So that all that being said, is it tends to be a slower week in real estate. Typically, Thanksgiving would have occurred last week, although we're a week later this year. So you're not here to hear about Thanksgiving, though. You're here to hear about what's going on in the real estate market. So let's jump in. And first and foremost, if you watch interest rates at all, you've noticed that even though the Federal Reserve has cut their benchmark rate, interest rates overall have still continued to rise. And now we're getting closer to that 7% mark. It's not all doom and gloom, though, as if you're looking to buy, it can be a really good time. And the reason for that is twofold. One, we're in the holiday season, so the people that are on the market, that their homes are on the market, they have a reason for selling. They need to get their homes sold. So that's number one. So they're motivated, and they see you as a buyer as motivated. So if you're a seller, the buyers that are out looking right now are also equally as motivated. For those of you that are buying right now, with interest rates being higher and, no really forecast or idea that, hey, they're going to go down really soon, right? We don't have a crystal ball to know that rates are going to go down tomorrow or the next week or even after the first of the year. One of the things that will likely happen, though, is we'll get to spring again, right? So spring tends to be a busy time of year each and every year, regardless of where interest rates are. Of course, that affects things, but right now tends to be a slower time of year. So if you're a buyer that's out looking to purchase a property and kind of you're a deal shopper, let's say, now can be a really good time. Rates are higher, yes, so it may not seem like a deal. However, individuals that have their homes on the market are more likely and motivated to negotiate on price and terms and all of those different things. Plus, you're also facing less competition. Whereas if, let's say rates went down the week after Thanksgiving, let's say, you've got a lot more buyers in the market, a lot more competition. So that's going to change things for you. That changes your negotiating power as a buyer, and that changes, that may change your rate, but guess what? You can always, if your rate today is 7% and you find the perfect house, you get a great deal on it, in a couple of years when rates go down, you can refinance, right? Or even, let's say, in the next year, if rates go down a percentage point and it makes sense for you to refinance, you can refinance. Versus if you wait, you might pay a higher price, might have that lower interest rate, but if you're refinancing in the future, your payment likely is going to come down, versus if you wait for those rates to come down, you don't have that opportunity, prices may go up, so you can't really change the price that you're paying monthly. So that's something to consider if you are looking to buy right now. And of course, with it being the holiday season and going into the winter time, tends to be a slower time of year for individuals that are selling, and also for buyers at times. But like I said, it can be a really good time to be out looking if you really are somebody that's wanting to buy a home and not sure what time is the right time for you to start looking. Well, now can be the right time for you to start looking with more opportunity. You've got a lot of opportunity right now, whereas if rates go down, as I had mentioned, you may not have quite as much opportunity. There'll still definitely be things out there, maybe more inventory coming on the market, but you'll also face more competition. So we'll see what happens with interest rates as we move further into the final couple months, really almost a month left now, of 2024 and into 2025. But with all that said, if you're a buyer out looking, it's a good time because even though rates are high, you've got less competition. It's holiday season. For somebody that's selling, it's really just, as we've mentioned, really all year long. We're back to a more normal market. So don't expect your home to sell in, an hour or 5 days or, sometimes it's taking 60 to 90 days. Our average days on market is still closer to that 30 range, and yet that's taking everything from homes that sell really quickly that maybe are priced lower or in a category where there's not a lot of inventory, or those that are priced higher, that are taking longer. So it's averaging all of that out. This weekend, talking about inventory, this is what we saw this weekend. We saw 116 new homes come on the market. 113 homes went into pending or under contract status, and 149 homes sold and closed. So if you watch the inventory week over week, things are slowing a little bit, and yet this past week, well, normally would be a little bit lower than this, is higher because it wasn't Thanksgiving. So this week is Thanksgiving. So expect next week that these numbers will be quite a bit lower due to the Thanksgiving holiday. And of course, hope you all have an amazing holiday, Thanksgiving, if you celebrate, and whether or not you celebrate whatever holidays you're celebrating this time of year, I hope they are amazing and joy-filled. So if you've got questions about what this means for you, if you're thinking about buying, for selling, wherever you're at in the process, feel free to reach out. We're always here to help and always here to be a resource. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!